Recently, I've begun talking about something called the credibility gap. And what I mean by that is that it's that uncomfortable distance between how good you actually are at what you do, your level of expertise and authority, and how your website is actually making you look. And four areas where I see that gap showing up in terms of what I like to call credibility leaks on your website. And those four areas are clarity, proof, path, and presence. And maybe you're in that space right now where you know you're an expert in your field, you have a lot of authority and trust, but your website isn't feeling like it's matching up. If that's a question that you have in your mind, or you're feeling that something's maybe just a little bit off, I've built something for you to help. Before I share that with you, if we haven't met yet, I'm Meg. I'm the founder of Purpose and Pixel, and I help established women entrepreneurs close that gap between their real-world expertise and how they show up online. So if you've been having that gnawing feeling or a little bit of something's not quite right with my website, it's not working the way I should, or I just don't feel like it's really representing where I am, I've got something for you. Because everybody has that feeling at some point, and you get a lot of advice. Maybe you need to fix your headline, or you need to change your design layout, or your colors, or your logo, or your fonts. But if you don't really know what the problem is and where you're having those leaks or experiencing that gap, well, then you can end up spending a lot of time trying to fix a problem that you don't have. So I created something to help answer that question for you directly and point you in the right direction so you don't spend precious time trying to fix the wrong thing. And it's called the Credibility Gap Type Quiz. It only takes a couple of minutes. There's no fluff. There's no, hey, match this animal to how you're feeling about your website. It's just a very straightforward diagnosis based on patterns I've seen, questions I've gotten from my clients, and feelings that they've expressed when they've come to me to help them with their websites. It's 11 questions focused on where you're at with your website, how you're feeling about things, what your goals are, and when you finish, you'll get one of 4 result types. And each result is going to come with a clear direction for what you should focus on first. So you can take action right away, start plugging up those little leaks, and shrinking that credibility gap. Link is in the description, so go take a couple of minutes and take that quiz before you do anything else to try to fix your website. Now, I'd like to take a couple minutes and actually share with you a little bit behind the scenes about how I built this quiz and what went into it in case this is something you might be interested in doing as well for your own business. Now, building a quiz sounds like it's something that's pretty quick and easy, and it can generally be fairly straightforward and quick. But you put all the pieces together from building a quiz and connecting it with your email service provider and your website and the analytics, it can get big really fast. So I approached this in a very methodical way to try and streamline this process as much as possible for myself. First thing I did, completely offline, was I mapped out the quiz, what I wanted the results to be, what types of questions I wanted to ask, fleshing out how I wanted to describe those results and the actions I wanted to be able to give people to take. So once I mapped all that out on paper, I was able to then feed that into my friendly AI tools like Claude to then help me structure that, build a plan, and give me a checklist so that I made sure I went about it in decent order and didn't waste a lot of time and spin a lot of wheels. So once I had my plan fully mapped out and my checklist in hand, I went straight to Interact to build my quiz in their software. I had some previous experience using Interact many, many years ago, and I was really excited to go back and build a completely new quiz with them now. And I can say it's even better now than it was then. There's so many features that just make building a quiz so easy and really robust in terms of what we get out of it. So I'll show you a little bit of screenshots of me going through the process in the background here, but they make it really easy for you to build a quiz no matter where you're coming at it from. So if you're like me and you've fully mapped out your quiz and your questions and how you want to map it all out, you can build your quiz from scratch, but maybe you need a little more help or direction. They have amazing templates of all different types of quizzes, so you can start from a template and customize it to your liking, and it helps walk you through the whole process. You even have their AI tools take a look at your website and give you ideas and help build a quiz from there. So there's lots of different starting points that you can take depending on where you are coming from and your comfort level or your experience building a quiz. The thing I really like about using Interact is not just the ease of being able to create the quiz and make it my own and really personalize it to my brand and to my specific topics, but they made it so easy to be able to track my analytics, the leads that I get in through it, what questions people are answering, how they're marching through that process of taking the quiz, and also being able to connect it to my email service provider so that I can send detailed results to people with ease. And it's just so simple to set up. One of the other great things about setting up my quiz in Interact was how easy they make it to be able to share my quiz widely. So I have options from just being able to copy a link and sharing that on any platform I want. But I'm also able to embed the quiz onto my website so I can direct people directly to a page on my website where it's a nice seamless experience. They also give you the option of building out full, long, detailed results pages right within the Interact interface if you want, or you can link out to an external URL. So if you want to build out a full results page or sales page on your website, you also have that option too. So there's a lot of flexibility, a lot of customization that you can do, and none of it's really hard to do either. It probably took me maybe an afternoon for me to build the entire quiz out from starting from scratch all the way through connecting it through to Kit and having that whole system tested. It was really just a very stress-free process. And as a busy solopreneur, I did not want to have to spend days or weeks or months trying to build this out. And it had been something I had been thinking about for months and planning out in my head for months. But once I had my quiz content mapped out, building it was a really simple, straightforward process. And I'm really excited to be able to now have it published and out in the world. So yeah, I'm a fan of Interact. I really enjoyed the experience of building my quiz with their platform. So I highly recommend Interact if you are looking to build out a quiz for your business. So if you are interested in giving Interact a try yourself, my affiliate link is down in the description. Don't think you'll be disappointed. So to bring this full circle, if you've been sitting with that vague sense that maybe your website isn't doing what it should be doing to support your expertise, something feels off, but you're not sure what to fix first, this quiz can be a great starting point for you. And I'm going to be continuing to break down each of those 4 credibility leaks I mentioned before on this channel. And the next one in the queue is going to be my video on proof, what that is and why so many accomplished and expert women underuse it and what you can do about it. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next video.